Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk to you about Bitcoin's movement and since yesterday, what is my actual trade since then, how much money did I made, if my trade was good, and talking about future decisions that I'm gonna make and the future trades that I'm gonna take. So what can I say guys? I'm pretty disappointed. I'm in a losing streak. I kept losing these trades. I'm better have better patience. I'm a little bit disappointed with myself. But what I wanted to show you is what once this happened, it broke into almost hunting the liquidity of 70 and 74, 73 level. But what am I considering since now? It's weighed out. In my opinion, this IFVG is not even valid, even if it is too risky, because I have some news that may be considering the may consider the price change a little bit too much, and I don't know what to say for now. I am still in a big disappointment. I keep on losing trades. Trades that are good with entries that are good, but I'm I don't know, bro. I'm pretty sad. And what I'm saying that the price must go up is we have built in the last 3 days a lot of liquidity. It's around over 500 million over, and here it's gonna get even more mild. I can say that as well. For the downside, we have built more downside liquidity than in the upwards. But as I told you, now we're waiting for a relief. We're waiting for a liquidity to be drawn, and which liquidity I mean is this level. Sorry. So if we do take this liquidity around here, we wait for a little bit of relief, a 75, 76 level, and once we achieve it, there will be way, way bigger chances of getting it to a short. Why am I saying that? Well, as you could see, because someone just opened yesterday value trade of $12 million on buy positions on oil, and the liquidity price it's based at 88.4, so must be some insider trading. It's one of the most valued trades since the whole volatility that oil had. We could be expecting some much higher prices on Monday. We need to see if Trump can release some better news. If not, we would be keep on uh, finding new upward levels. That's most surely what's gonna happen. As we could see, Trump's trying to make a peace with Iran, the USA, but they will not forward if they don't meet mutual agreements. In my opinion, I'm seeing Trump as he's trying to uh, make relief on the markets, but until then, it's looking kind of bad. What do I mean about that? Oil is in everything, is in plastic, is in your phones, is the most valued, is the most used asset in every pair, is the most connected asset in any pair, any market, any institute. So it's not just based on transportational services, it's used for almost everything. What do I mean about that? We need to see Monday's movement on oil. I hope we're not gonna break again the 100 mark. Yeah, because if we do, it's kind of bad, kind of awful. We shall expect more volatility. If so, I hope we do not reach the $127 price level. But until then, what should I say is we need patience. We need some relief on the market. Until then, we cannot assure of the movement that is gonna happen. we have another news. It's about Bitcoin is not impressed by the Fed's monetary policy. That is why FOMC meetings have led to five consecutive rate periods. But what's the problem? Even so, the next FOMC that's coming up is going to be the last FOMC directed by Jeremy Powell. So it's going to be some nostalgia on the markets. I hope the next council that's going to come is going to be way prepared, way better by cutting the rates where need to see. But again, as I talked yesterday, inflation did start surging, not surging, rising. So as inflation price rises, consumer consuming the consuming level is gonna go lower, and what that means is gonna be less money production. Yeah, less money printing. But let's look a little bit at the charts now. Today I told myself I wanna do the complete bias as I haven't looked at the market before. I wanna try my best at identifying its movements and what's my next plan for now. Okay, so as we could see here, brother, it was some harsh time. I'm now on the four, I'm now on the 4 hour, and let's dictate some movement we were having. Yeah, so we had let's before this IVG or FVG, but yeah, we had this for our IVG, and it did work. It did rebounds on it. That's what I'm mostly happy about. But other thing is we do have this IVG again level that I'm seeing. But what's most importantly is this IVG. Why am I keep repeating about IVGs? Is because we need to look for something early. What do I mean about that? Is because tomorrow or even today we're gonna have some big volatility. If you'd ask me personally, I would already tell you we will have a break of structure alongside here. Yeah, we do have a break of structure to have some relief and find some new liquidity level. And I'm telling you, around this zone, yeah, around this zone, if we break the 75K, we do have this IFG that we could rely on. It's practically the only one. Let me see, but I think so, yeah. It's the only one. It's this big one on the 4 hour, but yeah, I do not take them by hand. They are pretty rough. They come from far away, so no, no bueno, no buenos dias. But around this zone, if we focus to find some selling positions on a IFG around here, yeah, based on your plans, based on your needs, yeah, in my opinion, if you do something like this, it's way worth it because as I told you, we have my my buying points. Let me settle them for you here so you could know. Oh, sorry, I need four of them. Yes, okay, style text, no coordinates. I want it. Yeah, So as you can see, these are my marked roundabouts for gaining some spot and some buying position on futures if you have all. It's kind of ballsy, but in my opinion, it's doable. But until then, what's my next plan is this one, featuring a liquidity from here, having a relief, yeah, having some relief, and after then, to search onto grabbing the talked about liquidities that were facing um around, wait, uh around here, yeah. We have a lot of liquidities. I understand this, it's something this one and it's gonna happen, I'm telling you. But we need to find this and find an opening for short from this level. Believe me, it's gonna be worth it. It's a little buck. You win it, you do it, it's your money. You can profit from it if you're smart enough. But you can make more asset for buying positions on spot. In my opinion, buying positions on spot is way more worth than just trading. Like go create more asset on and rely on spot than by just financing yourself on and on by failing wallets and accounts of day trading. For me, I'm trying to do it long on a long road, you know. So again, as I told you and as I showed you, these are my levels. On 1 hour, we still have one value that's close to the 4 hour. Yeah, we do have this 4 hour in consideration IFVG that we created between these two, but it will not work. I'm telling you, even if it's gonna fake out and then have the push up until this one. Maybe even this one, this is pretty heavy. And if I show you where it comes from, it's way far. It's since April the last year. So it's pretty shocking. And it's not worth even putting yourself trust on this one. Only one day, what I can see is we're still in up until the 74. We're still in an IFVG. If we break that, only at 95 we have the 90 to 95 we have the first IFVG encounter in a while. So it's likely a war zone uh, in these prices. Sincerely talking, as I'm known with Bitcoin, the 60 70K range it wasn't priced in barely at it. I mean, it didn't had much fluctuations in the 60 70 level. It only had neutral and brutal pushes like, and it was the last house when it surpassed 60, it surpassed like this, and when it came down like this. So we're not since then really known with the next movement, although we're still in a little bit of a discount. That's why my plan is, I know it shows me 80, even if I put it from this week, I'm not getting something lower, maybe a 78, 79, to wait for a premium or up until here, find the relief and we go on to the take profits. Yeah, that's my overall look. We have this relative equal loss that I kept on talking about. So we wait for them, in my opinion, and look even like that. If we short from around this side, or let's say somewhere under, so we have a mild and good cover. commute. Yeah. Uh, until the 64 with the relative equal lows and having a little bit more. Maybe it should be maybe until this time, but it's too much. Only if you wanna risk more, you could do 1 to 1, but it's not worth it. You lose one, you win one. Like you need too much capital for a trade like that, and it's not worth the stress and the risk, in my opinion. Because if you invest 1,000 with uh, 10x, you either lose half of it or win half of it. So it's not that deep, and it's not that worth my my time. If I would do this, I would have tight a tight stop loss, so I know I'm not fumbling and I get out faster than ever and have this as TP1 and maybe somewhere low around here TP2, but depends. May these prices get until late of March, 1st of April, first days of April. We shall see that. But until then, we shall talk. Tomorrow we shall see its movement. We shall make the diagnostics. In my opinion, we will wish ultimately by breaking this high. Wait, uh, yeah, we will ultimately break this high and create liquidity. Liquidity, make some relief on the market side. Yeah, either this one, either this one, either this one, which most probably this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. By this, I mean this, then coming down and finding new levels of liquidity of bottom. Yeah, we shall wait for a bottom to settle in. Although the aggregated funding rates have started going lower, so that shows that all the markets are going lower. As that is going lower, what are aggregated funding rates is when people are starting to short. The most majority is shorting, and this that appears on Bitcoin rarely, but when it appears, it's a sign. Although Bitcoin reacts the other way, so let me show you a little bit. Yes, so as we could see, it started going lower, and as you could see, its response was even higher. This is due to the uh, prices of oil, even so. But if we focus on the price itself, that's why I'm telling you about. I have bigger reasons and motives that the price must go on a little bit forward, yeah, hunting the 75 to 80K, having some belief, and then usually following its real and honest trend. As I told you again, I'm repeating myself, we shall wait and get at these liquidation points. And until then, we shall have patience, we shall settle in psychology, we shall make uh, room for more assets to invest in. And until then, we shall wait. So, praise Lord, praise Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching. Thank you for trading with me. My next position is when the price is gonna achieve this. I'll be looking for shorts. Until then, I will be not. This is a foolery. I'm not believing these little things anymore. Even if we did have a reaction of this week, which it simply just doesn't count. I'm not trusting them anymore. But until we don't have a big, we won't have a little. So thank you guys for watching. Don't make, uh, please make sure to follow and subscribe and hit the like button. And see you tomorrow.